Hello and welcome. I am Whitney, the influencer. I'm just saying, do the shit you want, not the shit you don't want, basically. So, anyway, I'm sharing my life a little bit. Today, because I'm challenging myself to record every day, the kids are in the bed. I think my spouse is downstairs listening to something loud. Maybe. I think my kids are in bed. One of them just was out here a minute ago asking for something. Anyway, I'm recording because I said I was going to record. So today we got out of the house again with the kiddos. Went to a local sports store that is so enormous that it has a Ferris wheel inside of it. So we rode the Ferris wheel. And we were doing pretty well for a while. The little one started having a meltdown because we're in that stage where he's like, nap, no nap. It could be a shit show, or he could be fine, and we don't know. Today was a shit show. So he just didn't, he had enough, and we had to get out of there, so we came home. But anyway, we did have a good time while we were out and about. Earlier in the day, I got in my lower body workout, my second one for the week. I felt good. What else about that? I also have in my gym, it's kind of like a rec center for the neighborhood that I live in. And there is an area that has like a stage with lights and all that kind of stuff. So I will probably be able to practice posing. So I'll have to put those dreaded high heel shoes on and start getting used to those things and learning how to do some basic poses from at least one or two of the categories. I'm not quite sure where my body's going to fit yet. I got to get some fat off of me, some body fat percentage. We got to get down. I'm very realistic, guys, so I'm not saying anything bad. I still love myself, but if I'm going there, I got to get rid of some extra fluff. So anyway, I got to see what my body looks like, and I'm going to be practicing some different poses from like 2 or 3 categories, depending on what I think I might be able to fit into. So we'll see. Anyway, I have a place to do it, and I have the damn shoes to wear to get used to walking around in those heels. Still not necessarily brave enough to put all my body parts on display yet, so that's going to be something that comes down into the future. And don't get me wrong, I like myself. Just once it goes out on the internet, whoo, you can't take it back. Oh, I can't take it back. But again, I'm a 43-year-old mom. And to think of, I've watched stuff on the YouTubes, just like y'all are watching right now. And people talk about, oh, I'm a gym girly. I'm like, I'm not a girly. I'm a woman, but I'm also a mama. So I'm just gonna say I'm a gym mama. So my approach is different than some of these gym girlies. I'm not always dressed and cute and all that stuff. And everybody's got a different vibe, so to each their own. But I'm doing good if I can throw on a little mascara before I go in. But yeah, I was gonna say, let's talk about bodies for a minute. My body has been through some stuff, like many of you. Since I did my first contest 15 years ago, I've had 2 children. I had one at age 37 and then one at age 40. So I lovingly refer to the front of my body, my torso. I'm like, it kind of looks like melted cheese. I think I heard somebody else say that one day. I'm like, oh my God, that is funny and hilarious, and kind of what happens to things after kids and after time, which is okay. I love my children. My body did a great job of carrying them. I'm not going to complain about that. But man, sometimes I do miss that old belly, and I miss my boobs being where they should be, where they used to be. I'm like, sometimes I say to my husband, I'm like, man, and he's like, look, if it bothers you that much, he said, we have the technology, we can rebuild you. So in other words, maybe that's down the line for me when I get to a place where I'm stable and feeling my best as far as health is concerned, and body fat to weight ratio, all that stuff. So anyway, we will see about all that. But bodies. So mine has been through some things. Yours has probably been through some things, but mine still functions well. I'm still able to do the things I want to do every day. I just am working toward making sure that I'm strong enough to continue to do those things and play with my kids and have more energy. And having that more energy and being able to play with my kids is going to be easier if I remove some extra weight off my body. So that body fat percentage, I want it to go down. I'm looking for a good place to stay. And at times in my life, I've been there. Y'all are probably the same. You've done the up and down situation and all of that stuff. So working right now on mindset, on how to, it's a progress, not perfection. We all have times where on the road of our journey that our car breaks down, or we have to take a detour, or there's a part that needs to be fixed and we got to get it fixed, all those things that can happen. So, but we don't stay on the side of the road and not get our stuff taken care of and things fixed. We get the things fixed and we get back on the road, which is what my mentality is on this. And it's not about being perfect. It's not about how many days in a row can I do something right. And if I don't, I'm throwing in the damn towel. I'm like, no, life is a long time. I can't just give up on myself and give up on what I want my life to be. Right? And you shouldn't either. Just because shit's not perfect, just because you have a week where you're sick and maybe it's a week and a half, and maybe after that week that you're sick, you ate all the comfort foods and then you put on 5 pounds or something like that. And then you're like, well, fuck it all. And you just throw in the towel. No. Just give yourself some grace and say that happened for a minute or two, that happened for a couple of weeks. We all have things happen in life. And that's life. That's all of us. So don't give up. Just keep going. Just say, all right, that happened. You don't have to revert back to whatever was not bringing you to your best place, right? So fight the fight. Keep going. It doesn't have to be pretty. It ain't going to be perfect. Just be messy and just keep going. Because I'm going to tell you, my belly, that's like my little, I call it the melted cheese torso, or deflated balloon belly, whatever we want to call it. I'm terrified, y'all. Terrified to see what this stomach looks like with like the fat that's there now that I have. When it kind of starts going down more and more, which is, I've already shrinking a little bit, but it's going to go down a lot. And I have no idea what the skin is going to end up looking like. And that's freaking me out, being on, like, having to get on stage. I mean, I talked to some other women. They're like, girl, I had to squeeze my skin down and glue my bikini on and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening on that day? It's going to be wild. Anyway, we're going to find out because I'm going to keep going. So I love my body because it does get me around. It takes me around. It's my vessel to do the things in life, and that's why I want to take care of it. This is going to be a challenge for me personally that I want to do again, and at this point in time in my life, and we'll see how it goes. I may decide that was it, that I don't want to do it. Maybe I'll do more. I have no idea. I'm making no promises because I'm not there yet. So love your body where it is. Be thankful for what it does, and if it's not doing everything you need it to do, start being nicer to it. Start working on things in whatever best way that you can, right? So some of us have different abilities. Some of us have injuries. We all have different things. So you do the best you can where you are to move forward to be better. And that's it. That's pretty simple shit, right? Anyway, it was a good day. I hope you guys have a good day or had a good day. Weather was beautiful here where I am. I am literally looking at the clock like, can I just go to bed now? Y'all can kind of see behind me the curtains and stuff. There's like a little bit of sunshine left, or it's not completely dark, I should say. I'm like looking at the clock like, I want to go to bed. I'm ready. I'm ready for bed. Early. But I'm glad you guys came to listen to me rant or listen to me ramble or whatever you want to call it. Thanks for coming to visit, and I hope you guys come back again soon. Have a good night. Bye.